What's up, trainers? Professor Chris here, and we are here because you guys have asked us in comments for multiple videos now, what type of sleeve is best? What's the cheapest sleeve? What's the best kind of sleeve for me? So I have sitting here before me 7 different types of sleeves that are considered probably the most popular sleeves used within the Pokemon trading card game. We're going to be rating these sleeves on 3 different categories, which are appearance, durability, and feel. When rating a sleeve, personal preference always has a role to play, which is why I'm not going to be the only one doing this review. I have along with me today the crew that you all know and love. So this is going to be a very nice and comprehensive review of each of these sleeves. We're going to give each one an overall rating from Pokeball to Master Ball, with Great Ball and Ultra Ball being right in between. I hope that you guys enjoy as you follow along in our comprehensive Pokemon TCG sleeve review.
Official Pokemon sleeves.
Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing the official Pokemon aluminum sleeves. These ones are from League. They have a little hoopa on them. And appearance-wise, these are amazing. Really detailed, and they just look like a lot of fun. So appearance-wise, these are definitely what you want to go with. But for durability, it's not going to be that great.
From the get-go, I can tell they look really nice. But as far as shuffling goes, they're terrible, to be honest with you.
They're not as smooth as I'd like them to be. See, look at that. They just caught there. I've had so many of these sleeves rip because 2 of them go into each other and just splits it.
The feel is okay. Because of the aluminum on the back, it makes the corners really pokey. And so if you're trying to do a lot of shuffling in a game, and like you can see I'm having trouble pushing them down.
Like, you can't even pat it down. And I don't know about you guys, I have really dry skin, and these corners actually cut me.
I just can't get over the fact that they're so hard to shuffle. And when you're playing a game, it might even irritate your opponent because you're technically going a lot slower than you should be.
I would use these just to hold like maybe your collection in your binder if you're not going to be taking them out a lot. They're just more of a sleeve that you want to have for fun and not one that you want to necessarily use for everyday use. So I would probably give these a Great Ball.
As much as I love the designs, I couldn't go above a Pokeball.
A Pokeball.
I wouldn't use these. I'd also rate it a Pokeball.
Ultra Pro Regular.
The next sleeve I'll be reviewing is the Ultra Pro Standard. Now these have been double sleeved with the Ultra Pro Pro Fit.
Oh, Ultra Pro. Probably everyone's first set of card sleeves. I mean, they shuffle okay.
They actually feel pretty good at the back. I like the way they feel. As far as shuffling goes, it might be the double sleeving, but they're a lot easier than the Pokemon ones.
A lot better than the Pokemon one. It doesn't catch as much. Let me go like this. It's a little more clunky, and I think that is because of the double sleeve.
They feel really good. They feel almost like a meaty, very kind of tough.
The way I shuffle, they're a little easier than the aluminum sleeves, but they're still taking a little extra force to shove all the way through.
As far as the appearance, they look good, except the front you can already see has some scratches on it.
These also have some dents in them. I get this a lot with my Ultra Pro decks, where a little bump will start to appear in some of these.
I don't know if that's a big factor in your preference, but I don't like the scratching, so I'll give this a Great Ball.
They're okay. I would give them probably a Great Ball.
I would say an overall Great Ball as well.
I'm a little more picky with my sleeves than some of the others. I have to go with a Pokeball.
Ultra Pro Matte.
Okay guys, so I'm here with the Ultra Pro Mats. This is actually my real deck in real life. It's a Night March deck. I'm a fan of these sleeves, I would say.
I still have about 2 decks, I think, that are sleeved in these. I really like these. They're really easy to shuffle this way.
I like these sleeves for shuffling. They're much easier. It cuts through, not like butter, but close to butter.
They definitely shuffle a lot nicer. Very smooth. They feel very smooth, and to me that's very important.
The Ultra Pro Mats they're a huge improvement over the regular Ultra Pros. I know they came out like a few years afterwards. These have sleeved so many of my decks. They are much more durable. And in fact, I've never personally ripped one of these.
And the front of these, they aren't necessarily made to show off the card. For example, this is a reverse holo and you can't really tell as much as you would be able to if it was just glossy on the front.
Like Courtney mentioned before, they're not as shiny, so maybe your full arts might not look as great, but to me personally, I don't mind the look as long as I can play with them very easily.
If you do this like that, it's not going to scratch up as easily, and the backs too are more durable as well. So I'd probably give these a great ball too. They're really good.
They're great go-to. They come in almost any color, anything you could think of. I'm gonna have to go with an Ultra Ball.
I would say I give these an Ultra Ball because I've actually used these for quite some time now, and I think the price, does it justice.
Now I'm having a really hard time deciding if these deserve a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball. But I guess I do like the Ultra Pro mats. I'm gonna go probably with an Ultra Ball.
Dragon Shield.
Now next up are our Dragon Shields, the standard Dragon Shield. For these, I mean, the appearance of them is gorgeous. They look great, they have a clear front.
They feel super smooth, which I love. And they're not as thick as the other sleeves so far.
So the Dragon Shields feel very thin. I do like that, so it's easier to grab when you're playing. As far as the shuffling, they feel a little sticky.
The shuffling's pretty nice. Go ahead and give it. Oh yeah, I like that.
Shuffling wise, they're really, really smooth. That's awesome. It'll definitely help you play a lot faster.
These ones have been shuffled quite a lot, and when you just do this kind of shuffle, it's pretty nice. As far as durability goes, they're very, very thin, and that's good for how they feel, but also kind of bad for their durability.
Right off the bat, as soon as I picked it up, I noticed that it's a little transparent. I'm not sure if it's just this color. Maybe the darks don't show as much.
It's not often that you'll hit two of them head to head, but if you do, the corners of these will bend, and you will have a marked card situation on your hands.
And the thing I like most about these actually is that they come in literally almost every color. Any color you could ever want, these will come in. And this is the turquoise, and it's super vibrant.
It's about on par with the Ultra Pro mats. And for that reason, I'm going to give these Dragon Shields, I'll give them an Ultra Ball.
Oh man, I'm stuck between a Great Ball and Ultra Ball. Just because I haven't used these, I'm going to go with the lower one.
As far as overall, I think I give these a Great Ball.
You know what? Great Ball. The bendy corners bother me too much.
So I would probably give these an Ultra Ball maybe, knowing nothing about them until today.
Dragon Shield Matte.
Alright guys, now it's time to look at the Dragon Shield mats. These are different from the previous one because they have a mat on the back. They're not matted on the front of the sleeve.
They look actually very clear. They're not as glossy, I don't think, but they look pretty darn good if you ask me.
Right off the bat, I like the mats, Dragon Shield mats, better than the Ultra Pro mats because the back is matte, but the front is not. The front will still be able to show off the glorious holos or shiny cards that you might have that you're proud of and you want people to see.
I really like the Dragon Shield mats. The matted back, it almost feels like a very, very fine sandpaper, so it's super easy to grip each card as you draw.
Yeah, so pretty durable. I really, really like the feel of these, especially when shuffling. They're a lot easier than actually all of these previous sleeves that we've reviewed.
They do feel a little thick, I'm not gonna lie, heavier than I expected.
They do stick a little bit more initially, but as time goes on, they kind of free up.
I would probably give these an Ultra Ball just because I really liked the feel, how they shuffle, and just the overall experience with them.
Overall, the appearance is great, the shuffling's great, and they feel really, really sleek. I'd give these a Great Ball.
I'm a sucker for clear fronts. I love being able to see the holos in all their glory. I give it an Ultra Ball.
I think I'd probably give these an Ultra Ball just because it seems like you get the best of both worlds. You have a durable back, but the front is still good and ready to show off your hollows.
KMC Hyper Matte.
As you can see, I have my personal deck sleeved in these. These are the KMC Hyper Mats. The matte in the sense of the way that the Dragon Shield mats are. The fronts are clear, but the backs have that that very thin grip. This is actually a double-sleeved deck. You might be able to tell because it's just a little bit thicker than some of the others.
And these are even double sleeved, and I can't even tell. They're really, really thin.
On the table, they don't look as thick. And I'm actually surprised. I haven't shuffled these. This is my first time actually using these. And it's pretty easy to shuffle, and they do not feel like they're double sleeved. They actually feel like a regular deck.
These feel really nice, just like going through them. Let me see how can I table shuffle these?
You may.
I have to get permission, guys. Ooh, nice.
Shuffling it first try is super smooth, holy cow. And durability wise, he uses these all the time. This is his go-to deck, and they look really good. I can't find one that's really scratched up or anything.
The durability can't be beat when you're double sleeved. I've never had one of these rip, never had any of my cards damaged, and I've never had them get marked either. For someone who shuffles from the side like me, KMC Hyper Mats can't be beat. Master Ball.
I'd give these an Ultra Ball. Not sure what Professor was thinking. He's crazy. You guys know that.
Overall feel, guys, I will have to go with. It's between an Ultra Ball and a Master Ball.
I'll probably have to give them, well, if I could, I'd give them a Electric Ball, but I'll just give them a Master Ball.
Because I gave the Dragon Shield mats an Ultra Ball, I'm going to have to go with a Master Ball for these ones.
KMC Hyper Matte Premium.
So now it's my turn, guys, to review the KMC Hyper Matte Premiums. I've played with these sleeves for two tournaments now, and a pre-release, and they still feel perfect. They feel brand new.
I do really like how they feel. They're really soft and smooth. Shuffling is pretty breezy.
The way I can go through this is, just feels amazing. I cannot express how I feel inside.
Now they do feel great. My only quirk with them is the way that essentially the matte front works.
I don't mind the way they look. I still think that the hollows look great.
Just like any other matte cards, like I talked about before, is that the hollow part of it doesn't really shine through.
I personally do not mind the way my cards look. This is a matte finish.
It's not really that bad. I mean, this Jirachi is still pretty shiny.
Now these are a little pricier, which is the downside of them. They come in packs of 50, so in order to sleeve a 60 card deck, you would need 2.
Durability wise, I mean, they seem like they would hold up really well.
It's very durable. Like the other KMCs, they only have a few dark colors, but if what you care about is functionality and durability, then KMC Hyper Matte Premiums are a great play.
I don't like them as well as the regular Hyper Mats, but I'll probably still give them a Master Ball because it just seems like these would last a really long time.
I would give this a Master Ball.
I would give these an Ultra Ball.
These are the best. Definitely my favorite from all of these right here. If I could give it 2 Master Balls, I would.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us for our comprehensive Pokemon TCG sleeve review. Courtney and myself ended up liking the KMC Hyper Mats the most out of any of these, whereas Aaron and Adrizzy liked the KMC Hyper Matte Premiums. Let me know what you guys found out. Try out all of them, or just try out our favorites. Let us know in the comments below how this video helped you and what you decided to play with. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, train on! And, Busy. Is this for trade?